And welcome back to a brand new video. So I'm gonna have a bit of a walk along the promenade, and also a bit of a look in town, just to see how busy it is on this Friday, just before Bank Holiday. There's one there, Vauxhall Village House, and you can see it looks like about all its windows smashed in. Look at that, just on that York Street. Look at that, all been smashed in. Oh God. So just opposite the Vauxhall Market, you can just see the old Washington. Look at the old Washington sign. And let's just move the camera up a little bit. There you go, 1930, that's 95 years. That sign has probably been there. How incredible is that? And again, another fantastic building, just located right next to the Vauxhall Market. So we just hit the lower decks near the beach and have a bit of a walk. You see, not many people around. I'd imagine that tomorrow it will be, well, I don't know, because of the weather. It's forecast awful weather for the next few days in Blackpool, sadly. But you never know. They do get them wrong. Let's always think positive. And they've actually got the old deck chairs out, and they're a bit late getting them out this season. Let's just show you the old deck chairs. And they used to be located where the little hole-in-the-wall cafes used to be able to get deck chairs. Where the Gin Roundabout, the hole-in-the-wall cafe, many years ago. If you ever remember that, did you ever get a deck chair? Let me know. That's an interesting one. But you can see they're all wrapped up under the tarpaulin, just near near the Central Pier. I'm losing my bearings here. Just near the Central Pier, so they're ready for the summer. And you can always smell fish and chips. Always make sure no wonder all the seagulls are lined up. I'd imagine they can smell them as well. Which is ready for the drop chip. See, this is what annoys me. It's all the drink cans, the wrappers, all sorts of things. And you can see there's a couple of bins right there. Absolutely ridiculous. In fact, if we just pan the camera around, let's just move the camera around. You can see there's more bins there as well. And they just literally leave the rubbish. I know seagulls do a lot of damage, and they get in the old bags and all sorts. But you can see that, McDonald's drink there, just dumped. It's shocking, absolutely shocking when there's bins all over the promenade. It really winds me up, that one. So we just approached Leonard Jew's, the old jewellers. You still see the sign still stands, 50% off, must be cleared, and this one has gone many years ago. And they're actually building holiday flats, I believe. They're planning on the floor. I think some are offices and some are holiday flats, if memory serves me right. And that's Leonard Jew's. Look at that. Once one of the top jewellers in Blackpool. So we're just going to have a walk past the Grand Theatre. Again, that needs no introduction. Absolutely magnificent building, that one. And let me know if you've ever been in there. I'm sure a lot of people have. And then straight up, we've got the Winter Gardens, another fantastic building. All rich part of Blackpool's rich history. So, and like I said, normally I don't do the old town streets. But it's something a little different. And just to the left used to be the old nail salon, and that got burned down again many years ago. And they used to have a stables in there many years ago. There used to be a stables located in that one. Absolutely amazing, like I said, what you do find out. And you just see, the old windows, what once stood and the old stables. It's amazing. Like I said, we started sort of discovering parts of Blackpool and what the buildings used to be used for. And right opposite is Humanar. I think it's pronounced Humanar, and that's a world kitchen, world cuisine. And the lifts weren't working for many months, as far as I can remember. I wonder if they're working now. But yeah, have you ever tried that Humanar? They do all sorts of deals and discounts. Might be worth trying that one day. So there's, like I said, there's plenty of great places to eat within Blackpool itself. And there we go, there's the Winter Gardens. And Blackpool is getting a whole new sort of street lighting for many streets. And I'll see if I can find the description and pop that in. But yeah, Blackpool's going to be once again relit with all different designs, you know, around Blackpool, which is incredible. There we go. There's the Winter Gardens. Again, many different shows. Britain's Got Talent, the World Darts, all sorts gets held within there. And there you go. That's St John's Church, and then we got the post office. In fact, we'll have a bit of a walk down. We'll do a left, because this one is, I believe it's now completely sold, and part of the Indigo chain. So there's going to be a luxury hotel if plans go ahead within that one. And then we've got the Abington Street Market. Again, we covered that one. And even the phone boxes. In fact, we'll have a bit of a walk over, because they're a sort of listed building. How incredible is that? The phone boxes are a listed building. So let's have a bit of a walk. So that'll be an interesting one. When they start on the hotel on the old post office, I wonder if they're going to relocate those. Makes you wonder, that one. So yeah, the old post office. Incredible. You just see the lovely architecture. You see the sculptures. So just carved in. Yeah, so like I said, these are a listed building now, classed as a listed building, which is incredible. Who would have thought, you know, all those years ago, it'd be something to treasure? There's quite a few of them, sadly. You know, a lot of them haven't seen better days, and they're used for the wrong use, shall I say. Yeah, I wonder if all those, like I said, are going to be relocated, or if they're going to remain outside. So the Abington Street Market. In fact, let's cut through. Let's see if we get told off. So this is the Abington Street. Like I said, they do all sorts of cuisines. And dishes. So if you've never been near, they sell all sorts. And over 100 years, this has been a market. Incredible. So there we go. You see all the wonderful tables, all the different ones. Look at this. You see all the different dishes. Look how tempting some of those look. Yeah. So you know, whatever you fancy, you know, this is the place to go. So I was going to head on a little further, and what was that? Something's gone on. You hear the old alarms going off. Police are about. Makes you wonder what happens around this neck of the woods. Better move out of the way. I'll get squashed by the bus. And we'll carry on. We'll head back a little. But again, this is like a rolling video. This one, to be fair. See the policeman's gone on there, and at the Regent Cinema, which is directly in front, and they actually do paranormal nights in there, which should be possibly an interesting one. And it's actually all sorts of stalls, antiques you can buy. In fact, we'll do a left. Let's go a left. So this will end up a bit of a walking video, this one. So I normally don't just sort of walk around with the camera. I like to grab a bit of his story, but this is King Street. King Street. This is where all the massage parlours are located around this area. And all Charles Street is all, again, been compulsory purchase. I think there's just a couple lingering on, possibly for the right price. But this is King Street, and this is what's left. You see, they've all gone. They've all gone. And look at this. Blot Studios, a little restaurant there which is gone. All sorts of gone along here. Like I said, all this has been compulsory purchased. And this leads on to Milbourne Street. So I'm not too sure when all this is happening. But you see, they've all gone. In fact, there might be I think that Thai Paradise is still open at present. You see the doors open there. There we go. So if you want a bit of a Thai massage, it's still open. I think that's the only one. What's still here? So like I said, all these, all along here, Charles Street. Many of the businesses and houses have been snapped up by the council, ready for the new university. So this area is certainly going to change over the months and the years. Let's have a bit of a walk down, heading towards Talbot Road. Again, you can see all the other businesses. Tower Models, I think that's been relocated somewhere else. Elm Computers. Many other ones have gone. So as we're heading back on ourselves, but down a different street. Again, you can see all the other businesses. It's amazing. Stewart's Radios. That's another one. Who remembers what do they used to call them? It's not like a walkie-talkie. Is it a CG something radio? Where there used to be a little handset you could tune in and speak to people many miles away. I forgot what these called. CB radios. I think that was it. CB radios. I wonder if anybody uses those anymore. I think I'm right. CB radios. That'll be an interesting one. If you have an old one, you go on there. I wonder if anybody answers. So we're now on Adelaide Street, and we'll head down, zigzag our way down the roads. And there's a rush around here. The cars, they don't sort of hang about. So this is Adelaide Street. So let me know, if some of these streets bring back a few memories, where you possibly once stayed, once walked down. And it's always nice sort of sparking those memories for people. That's the other side of the Winter Gardens. That's where all the players for the darts and all that line up, all the celebrities go in that entrance. So let's just carve our way down. Again, a few of the little streets. And so once over, all these used to be would have been wonderful guest houses and bed and breakfasts back in the day. And this is let's wait for the car. This is Alfred Street. This one, Alfred Street. Again, another huge lot. Glenroyd. Looks like that one is still going there. Glenroyd. Bed and breakfast, evening meals. So a lot of hotels don't actually do breakfast anymore included. It's sort of bed and board really now, or well, it's not bed and breakfast anymore, is it? It's just sort of kip there and get your own breakfast. Amazing how times do change. So we'll keep going down again. Many of the wonderful guest houses along with, as you say, they're probably just checking in for the weekend. Like I say, well, plenty for your choice if you are coming to Blackpool. Leopard Grove, and I like this one because the reason I like this one is because you've got a couple of wonderful trees. Normally you get that in sort of like Torquay, Devon, where there's trees either side of the road, and this is the only one in Blackpool I know of. They've actually got trees. Look at that. So let's have a bit of a walk to the end. You got the Albany, Oakley Hotel, Blackpool and Albert Road Hotel. You got so many along here, both sides of the street. But it's just nice to get out, especially when the weather is gonna change. So that's the Ruskin Hotel. That is a huge building, huge hotel, and you can see it's quite popular. You get all the people sitting outside. My English today is really poor. Sitting outside, enjoying that cold drink, and it is a huge one. Look at that. That's the Ruskin. And what's going on here? What's happening here? We've got a little stall there. Look at this. What's going on? Little cold drinks and all sorts, just near the Carlton Hotel. You can see all the little gifts and all sorts you can buy. It's quite handy, isn't it? So just arrived at this block of flats, and this is an interesting one. What is going on with these? No one's saying anything. Everything's tight-lipped. There's assumptions that it's going, it's not going. It's a listed building, it's not. What is going on? You see now, it looks like every window has been completely smashed. You can see that, basically every window, and it wasn't like this before. Is that intentional, or is that just somebody got in? So you can see what they've been doing. They're ripping all the old plasterboard out. It's like a big rip out. There's 2 skips there now. You can just see on the roof there all the installation, and if it's going to be refurbished, do a demolition team come in? Wonder if they come in first of all and rip everything out, or is it up to the joiners and think, it's an interesting one. Wonder what will happen. Like I said, to this block. So we just dropped down just near the comedy carpet on the lower band of the promenade. I just thought I'd bring a bit of a sea shot. It's always we're relaxing. You see all the seagulls there again lined up, taking in the views. I wonder if they do. I wonder if those animals and birds do take in the views. Makes you wonder that. Let's just stop when you see the tide is coming in. How deep blue does that one look? So that is the end of today's video. Hope you did enjoy it, and I'm going to leave you with a few stunning shots of the sea and the sunset from this evening. And until next time, don't forget, consider hitting that subscribe button, hit the notification button, and until next time, look after yourselves, and it's a bye from me. Bye bye.